top of the Republican ticket has been accused of sexual misconduct by over 26 women. The top of the Republican ticket was found guilty of 34 felony counts involving hush payments to a porn star. The top of the Republican ticket was found liable for sexual abuse of a woman. So why would anybody think that that particular party would have any problem with any of these picks? Because he is walking amongst the people that reflect who he is.
So you know what they say in Brooklyn, the fish stinks from the head.
Yes, yes.
Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you are meeting me for the first time, my name is Clevie and it is so nice to meet you. Let's dive right into this one.
About to have a bipartisan report released by the House of Representatives to be our AG. We've got a Fox News commentator who's going to run the military for us. So if my colleagues across the aisle want to talk about qualifications, they want to talk about efficiency, they want to talk about the federal workforce, then let's talk about it, because you're talking about putting into place leadership in these federal agencies who are absolutely unqualified, who are dangerous, and know nothing about the agencies that they're about to be appointed to lead.
Yes, but Republicans are still blocking the release of Matt Gaetz's ethics report. So I'm curious how you know who is protecting women, whether they like it or not. Sexual misconduct allegations seem not to matter anymore. It seems like unless you have a sexual misconduct allegation, you can't be in the cabinet.
That's true.
I mean, that's what it's looking like, because, I mean, was it 11 people, and maybe one of the 11 doesn't have something going on?
Years ago, I think it was Cindy Adams used to have these parties, and they'd say, if you're not indicted, you're not invited. And it reminds me of this, in a way. It's like, oh, let's see, who's accused of sexual assault? Put them in the cabinet. And they're like, pick me, pick me.
Well, I think one of the conversations coming up around this is, does this derail the Me Too movement? And I think that's a line in the sand that we don't go backwards on 1,000%. We're watching P. Diddy is in jail right now, can't get bail because people know that criminal sexual assault has to be punished. But this does not surprise me that many people being nominated, that Donald Trump's circle would include, locker talk, people that want to grab you by the privates and help you whether you like it or not. Like, the people don't shock me, but it is getting up there. You've got now, just to be clear on my language here, alleged sexual misconduct or harassment. Gaetz, RFK Jr., Pete Hegseth, Elon Musk.
Donald Trump.
Well, yeah. This is a Donald Trump problem to me, not a Me Too problem. This is what comes with it. But one interesting thing was Caroline Leavitt, who's Trump's picks for White House press secretary, said he has chosen brilliant and highly respected outsiders to serve in his administration, and he will continue to stand behind them as they fight against all those who seek to derail the MAGA agenda. I would encourage them to separate sexual assault and sexual offenders from their MAGA agenda, or you're telling me this is part of your agenda. And that's what's coming out.
One more thing. I'm remembering, it's reminded me of when Kavanaugh was up for the Supreme Court. Yeah. And the FBI never really followed through on the investigation, as far as I know. Am I correct on that?
You're correct. They stopped the investigation.
So, I mean, that's the beginning of the end right there. People should have been alerted to what was going to be coming down the pike right there. So I'm not surprised by this.
Well, and I think what I'm struck by with this is Donald Trump, any incoming president, does have a right to nominate who they want for their cabinet. The Senate will go through their advice and consent role. But there are people he could put in these roles who are both better qualified, better liked, and don't have this salacious baggage behind them.
Yeah, but they're not on television.
But the Matt Gaetz pick in particular is fascinating to me. I do not know a single Republican who likes Matt Gaetz. This is a person who is widely, universally despised in Washington, D.C. He's come after all of his colleagues. Other Fox News hosts have come out and said that this is not a good pick. Trey Gowdy, who is a big fan of Donald Trump's, was extremely critical of him. The New York Post, owned by Rupert Murdoch, has come out against Gaetz as Attorney General. So when even the people who are in your camp and your fiercest defenders are saying, Donald, this might not be a good idea, I think you should consider it. And if Matt Gaetz does end up going forward to a confirmation hearing, he's going to have to sit down and convince senators. And just a quick recap of things he said about Republicans who he will need: Susan Collins. Voters should reject her and Lisa Murkowski. Mark Wayne Mullen is a fool. Mitch McConnell is in shambles. Tom Tillis is trying to get another blank check for a corrupt country. John Cornyn, there are better Johns than John Cornyn. I mean, these are people he takes his time rather than to legislate or deliver for his district. He's going after his own colleagues. I'd argue he's gone harder after Republicans than he ever has Democrats. I'm not entirely convinced he's going to get confirmed, though, because other than Donald Trump, I don't know anyone who likes Matt Gaetz.
Ted Cruz likes him.
Maybe, yeah. Okay, go get Cruz.
You know, my grandmother, who passed a couple years ago, used to always tell me in Spanish, "Tell me who you walk with and I'll show you who you are." And that came to mind every single time I see one of these cabinet picks, because we are all, you know, flustered and disappointed and not surprised by these picks, but by the same token, the top of the ticket,
I look at that list, the cabinet list. I don't know who is with me, but there's still some names I'm really hoping I get to see on that list. You know, we have Tim Scott, we have Dr. Carson, Dr. Ben Carson. We also have Brian Donalds. I wish to see one of them, you know, I wish to see one of them, you know, just taking a prominent position. I hope this list isn't done. Like she said, disruptors. Like, we've had enough. I feel like during Biden's time, I feel like Trump really took his time to see what was going wrong. And he's coming with a plan. Do you understand? Like, he's coming with a plan. I don't know, but I look at that list and see people who have been through fire. And so you're definitely sure that they can take whatever heat is coming. They've been through fire. They're disruptors. I love the list. I love what he's doing. It is so diverse. I love it. Even if I saw Vivek, I smiled. I'm like, yo, he's up there. He was also among that list. And so when I saw him, I was like, yes, one person is there. You know, I still want to see two more from my list, you know, join that cabinet. But it's amazing. And the 4 years haven't even started. And it's already looking so promising. Yo, I get you happy. The 4 years haven't even started, but it's already looking so promising. So promising. Honestly, it's been amazing, you know, just seeing all of the outcomes and seeing someone who has a plan actually walking towards that plan. Because you see, America, it has no choice but to be great again. I will see you in the comment section, because you know that the video starts from there. Do have an amazing day and God bless you. Bye.